Kudos to my boy over here, Troy Jackson, for all of the effort he puts forward to help us put things like this on. That guy stand over in that black shirt right there, trying to be incognito. It's great to see you patriots out here to represent pushing through constitutional carry in the state of Texas. You know, we've been lagging behind on this issue for a while, and there's no excuse for it. And one of the things I want to point out to you is that in less than 11 months, Texas will be having their primaries coming up. We're going to have an opportunity to choose who we're going to re-elect and who we're going to replace. And what I want you to do is right now, be taking names of everything that everybody does that you're in favor of and what they're doing that you're not in favor of. And if you find these individuals, from Governor Abbott to Dan Patrick to Ken Paxton on down, that are not carrying the torch for the mantle that we gave them, you'd be thinking of their replacement. The benefit of living in America is we get to choose our leaders. And let me tell you something, folks. See those people on the Democrat side? We often write off their constituents. Talk to those constituents. I talk to those constituents all the time. I don't find many Democrat constituents that support violating the Second Amendment. You talk to Democrat constituents about the issues we're talking about. Forget about the party. Talk to the constituents on the issues, and we win the day. Every time. 90% of Black and Hispanic constituents support protecting the Second Amendment. Let me tell you something. You make the case, you win the day. So what I'm saying is that put these people on notice. My friend, I'm a little bit more aggressive with my approach. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of the song and dance. We have to come down here to babysit these guys to do the thing that they ran on when they asked us for their vote. Now, I'm not talking about the guys out here, the ones that came out here and a few others that can't make it. These are the guys that we depend on because they're the ones letting us know what the other guys are doing. But the ones out here that's playing these little games, that get behind the scenes and subvert our efforts, Governor Abbott, who will fight like hell, make it his #1 priority in 2015 that we passed, what was that, universal pre-K, but we never can fight for the things that he claims he supports. The guy says he supports the Second Amendment. But how do you support the Second Amendment when you support red flag laws? Dan Patrick, how do you support the Second Amendment when you support universal background checks? Greg Abbott? Come on, folks. Let's be honest here. It's time to start kicking butt and taking names. I'm tired of this crap, man. You know, we have to take time out of our day, out of our lives, to come and babysit these guys to do the thing that they claimed they wanted to do before we elected them. It's time out for the foolishness, folks. So I'm saying is, right now, you start paying attention to every vote on every issue that matters to you. And when you find out what that is, you make sure everybody on your contact list knows what they're doing. And you stay in touch with those people. And you encourage those people to go to the polls and vote. Because one of the main things we're talking about here is election integrity. Election integrity, without election integrity, you have nothing. Okay? Without election integrity, you have Venezuela. I don't think anybody wants that. As a matter of fact, constituents on either side does not want Venezuela. Okay? So I'm saying is that we want election integrity. We want to have our Second Amendment laws passed. We want to protect the life of the baby in the womb. But we also want to protect the end-of-life care, getting rid of this 10-day mandate rule that hospitals can kill you arbitrarily by not giving you the necessary care you deserve. You know, I'm not originally from Texas. I'm originally from the basket case down in Louisiana called New Orleans, okay? Now, as people talk about a great place to visit, you have to tell them you don't want to live there, though. It is a great place to visit. And there's tremendous food, okay? The point I'm making is that I was in shock, my friends, when I got here to Texas and realized the crappy laws they got in place. I'm like, where does this level of tolerance come from? You guys are far too tolerant. Now, I say you guys, but I'm a part of you now, so it's all of us. Your attitudes are far too tolerant. When I'm talking about when it comes to election time, we don't need to make excuses. Most of us are common sense folks. That means you should not accept political answers coming to you when the people talk to you. When they talk to you, you want straight shooters. People to tell you what they mean and mean what they say. You got that? Yes. Tell you what they mean and mean what they say. That's right. Hold them accountable. Some of these guys are our friends. You know how I judge a political friend? When you do what you said you're going to do. Okay? When you do what you said you're going to do, you're my political friend. If you go here and you violate the things that you said you were going to do, we're going to have some problems.
Deeds, not words.
That's right. Deeds, not words. We want you to follow the things that you said you were going to do. When you ran for office, do what you said you're going to do. Simple as that. You know, and you know, a lot of you guys are activists like me, so you can your BS meter is very accurate, and you know when somebody running for office is giving you a bunch of BS, right? So when that BS meter starts going off, don't dial it down. Pay attention to it. When that BS meter is going off, the strong possibility is that you're listening to somebody that at a minimum you need to have a one-on-one with them and question them, okay? But at a maximum, they just disqualified. We have to get to that point that point where we will not tolerate crap coming from these people. We get a chance every 2 years here in Texas to correct things that are wrong and make things better. And we spend a ridiculous amount of time, at least they spend a ridiculous amount of time doing nothing. 140 days, first 60, 70 days, nothing happens of significant that makes any kind of significant difference. That's absolutely wrong. It should not be tolerated. You know, I'm a precinct chair in my area. One of the things happens is when I talk to people, the average person doesn't have a clue what's going on with what's going on in our state legislature. They're so busy focused on what's going on in America. I try to help them understand if we don't save Texas, you can forget America. Texas, believe it or not, I think a lot of you already know that, is the bellwether state to keep this country going on the right track. And there's a lot of people looking here to Texas to make sure that we get that done. So don't take it for granted, my friends. Don't shrink back. Don't tolerate the crap. They talk crap to you, talk crap back to them. If you need some help with that, you can see me after. I'll give you some instructions on that. Thank you for your time.